Richards Bay post-match press conference. We're joined by the away team head coach, Coach Vilakazi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Coach, if you can please just give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
Yeah, no, it was a very difficult game, I must say, and I must be honest. But I think I did mention even before the game that a proper planning will do for us as a team. Facing Orlando Pirates lately, it's not a child's play. We were facing a team that is flying high, but because we stick to the plan and we try to frustrate them, to be strong defensively and try to frustrate them for a longer period, and then we might get break attacks or counter attacks in order for us to score a goal. And I think the boys stick to the plan. They've worked according to what we planned, and we are happy. We're happy for 3 points. We needed these 3 points even more than the Orlando Pirates. We are fighting for our lives.
Thanks, Coach. We're now open for questions from the floor. As per norm, we've got a roving mic. Please, by show of hands, identify yourself as well as the media company you represent prior to asking your question.
Coach, KZN from it a few times. Did it change anything about the fact that Stellenbosch dropped points? Because obviously Pirates came into this game under more pressure, knowing that they could get second place. Did it change anything in your thinking of how you approach this game?
No, I'm not too sure about that. We were only focusing on what we need to do as a team, as Richards Bay. Other results we were not focusing on. I think only one result, which were a Swallows game. So we were hoping, because obviously if we win here, we have to chase someone. But we still have a chance because we are chasing Royal AM now. So since Swallows won, but I didn't see or check as to how Pirates needs to play or win the game and the impact in that. I didn't check that.
From Sports. Congratulations on the victory, Coach.
Thank you.
Krish, I just need to find out something out of curiosity. This has been, one of those challenges that KZN teams face generally, including your team. That the only time you pull a result like this is when you're playing against your top, 3 teams. Whereas points are there on your peers. Is it a mental thing? Is it a provincial thing? Is it something that your players just take for granted, where they say, we'll just play, but we'll sell ourselves when we play against these big teams?
Yeah, I will agree. As a former player, I also know that we were rising when we were playing big teams. And I think it gives us a relief as well as coaches, because on the week, you just prepare. Everyone's flying because they want to play. We didn't play well against Polokwane City, but we managed to get a point. But we knew that facing Orlando Pirates, we will up our game because players want to play. Some of them, they want to impress and be bought by Pirates. So we knew that we will rise with occasion. So I think that motivated our players as well. Uguti, they must try and fly. But above everything else, it was the matter of digging deep in terms of trying to save the team, which is what we want to see. Whether we go for more playoffs or we still have a chance, 2 games left, and see what we can get. So we will see. We will fight till the end.
Coach, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
I think the results show that I think in the last 6 matches, it's 4 wins, a loss, and a draw. And would you also say that this momentum is coming at the right time for you?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit too late in terms of getting the momentum. The only thing that was missing in our team was the consistent in terms of winning games. We were struggling to win maybe 2-3 games in a row. We will win one and lose, draw, so the consistent was not there. But I must accept as well because I didn't even start with the team with the preseason. So obviously some of the things cannot be rectified overnight. You need to do more repetition. Unfortunately, if you don't have time, so you're still working, but you don't have time by your side. So that was the situation with us. But I think lately the players are responding very well in what is expected from them, understanding the demands of the game and also the expectations. So we are in the right channel now. I hope we can finish well.
Congratulations on the victory, coach. I'm looking at Richards Bay last season. You started on House on Fire. At some point, you were top of the log and then dropped all the way to the relegation zone. Looking at Richards Bay again at this season, same story. What's the thinking right now, coach? I know it's too early to think about playoffs, but there's 2 important games that you need to kill off. You're making sure that you survive. But now, what's the thinking behind everything, making sure that you don't stuck in the same position for yet another season should you survive?
I wouldn't know with the last season because I was not there. Even this season, I was only in charge for the last 14 games. So what I noticed this season when I arrived in the team was that the problem was psychologically. There's too many things that happen to this team which we are not noticing. As media, as also football lovers. I think for the fact that they've lost a teammate on the field, I think it affected them so much. So that is why they were struggling for too long, because the problem was psychological. I remember the first game when I was in charge, when we won against SuperSport, the hype and the players were motivated. So that was something that was missing. But as I've said, that other things cannot be rectified overnight. So you still need to make sure that you try and motivate them psychologically. I think one person asked me last time that maybe a psychologist would have done for a club had we organized maybe early in terms of dealing with that aspect.
Good evening, Coach, and congrats on the result.
Thank you.
Coach, I just want to check something. Obviously, players are human beings and emotions can take over, but would you disagree with me to say, or agree with me to say that the celebrations after the match were a little bit over the top? I think it was a bit too much. Do you agree or disagree with me? Or
The celebration was?
it was a little bit over the top. Wasn't it a bit too much, the way the guys celebrated?
I'm not too sure as to what you're talking about exactly, but I know that after the game we will celebrate because we've won the game. I don't know what you noticed, but I didn't say anything wrong because we wanted this so much. So after the agreement that we had as a team and we achieved something like this is a huge win for us. So the celebration obviously will be above. So I'm not too sure as to somebody maybe did something wrong that you've noticed, but I wouldn't falter the players if they were celebrating. We were bound to celebrate.
We'll take the final 3 questions.
Thanks to you, Coach. Just to zoom in one player, Usane Leban's performance tonight and throughout the season, and especially now that he's leaving at the end of the season, going to Stellenbosch. How is that from you as a coach?
He's a very professional somebody, that I must say, and I'm happy with the commitment. Usually when players are leaving the club, they start dragging their feet. But Barnes is always fighting for the team, and I had just a chat with him today, and I'm asking him if we can take the money back to Stellenbosch, would you stay? He said, please do that. So that's the commitment that he has for the club, and he's a very professional somebody. We were missing him in a game when we played against Polokwane, but he came today and he rise on the occasion as usual.
Coach, just a conversation with the chairman. We know that he's been going under a lot of pressure. He's been under a lot of pressure lately. Utin Gwema Kuluma in terms of saving the team, the status and all of that. What conversations do you have with him? And just on your personal level, how much of your KFB came handy on tonight's performance, looking at you coming fresh from
Let me
class?
start with that one. It was only the first phase, my brother. Only the first 8 days. I'm still going to go for another 8 days and the last 8 days. But it is very informative, I must say. having people who are fully informed with the football and knowledgeable with football, who Steve and also Oprah Conti, and we've got a guest as well, Thabo Sinong. I knew Thabo as a coach, but what I saw and heard in front of me, hey, he's something else. So that KFB license is very informative, and we will definitely gain something, and it will take us from this level to another. Sazoba inking as a coach.
Chairman?
The chairman is very supportive, my brother, I must say. Honestly, he's very supportive. I've never seen somebody ongatatazeli ngale ndlela. Because sometimes when you are too desperate, it doesn't take. But you just need to be supportive as much as you can. And he's always there, rally behind us. He's always motivating even our players to do well and try to save the team. I think we are doing it for him, because I've never seen someone like this. I've worked with other people, but he is something else.
Final question.
Yeah. Coach, just back to the game. Having watched Pirates here, they open up teams at the back and create more clear-cut chances. They had some chances today, but I could see, especially in the second half, the way you set up, and also you would surprise them. I think maybe you could have scored even 2 more goals. What was your approach? There must be something that you would have seen that worked for you.
No, we knew their strength, and we tried to plan accordingly. Obviously, some players, I think yesterday we video session, others were confused as to our coach, why do we have to defend deep? Let's go and defend on position 1. But knowing the strong points of Orlando Pirates, we wanted to keep our defensive structure very strong, and there's only one goal to protect, our goal mouth. So if we force them to go on the side, they're still going to have to come inside in order to score. So we tried to frustrate them, and we knew that their strength is their full backs, because several games, and especially against Chipa, where you saw their full backs having a huge impact in the final third. So we knew that there will be openings. So we made ama outlets way to which ama wingers way so that we can exploit spaces. I don't think we've exploited those spaces the way we wished, but at least we got several times where we were supposed to be clinical in front of goals. As we are saying that we got too many chances, but we were never clinical.
On that note, I think we reached the end of our post.
Thank you.
With the Pirates coach.